camp, you know. But if you look at the lives of these people, my God, you know, relationships are catastrophe. She's a mother hooked up on crack and stuff, you know, and it's a terrible relationship with her own daughter who hates her. I mean, what kind of life is this? You know, going to rehab twice a year, you know, and just be sane. And I'm not talking about some obscure individuals, you know, this is majority folks, you know, from this category. If anyone wants me to just, or actually you can just Google star-studded rehab. Do the search. Actually, a friend of mine for many years worked in one of these rehabs. It's terrifying, you know. It's absolutely terrifying. And you think this is the way. Here's the roadmap to happiness, you know, to satisfaction, to well-being. It is not. And people that give you these roadmaps, God, you know, they draw these maps and they're so vague, you know. They're so not precise, you know. The measurements are haphazardly done. The map's not precise. Not accurate at all. Where you headed, we just, you know, we had some kind of a fuzzy idea. So this is the point. Don't be like this Brahmin. Abandon your spiritual practices, you know, for the sake of you know, mere sensuality, and you end up like this Brahmin. You lose your caste, you lose your, in this case would be your spiritual position for some impure food, and then at the end you have not even satisfied your hunger. You're still hungry. So, anyways, one of the purposes of these gatherings here is to bring to people's attention spiritual values. Spiritual and materialistic values are quite contrary. You know, one tends to cancel the other. And then the one leads to loss of caste and hunger, and the other one's the opposite. And everyone knows this fact, you know. But yet, very few have the courage to go against the, you know, mainstream current and do the test. Why not? Anyways, no one's successful on this end. Why not? So that's it. That's the short presentation for tonight. If anyone has any questions or comments, would like to add something to it, you can do that at this time. Yeah, Johnny.
Why do you think it's the Hollywood people in particular?
Say that again?
Why do you think that it's the people in Hollywood in particular?
Oh, I didn't say in Hollywood.
Well,
I'm not mentioning Hollywood at all.
You did. Well, the stars. You mentioned stars.
Yeah, that was the article, you know, star-studded rehab, you know. And I was just shocked, you know, to 80-some people, you know, and these are all folks that even I, who am a locked-away monk in a monastery, know about, you know.
Well, I'd like to add to that. The celebrities we see, like, especially there's that...
Okay, just, I guess I should qualify something, so I don't leave you, sorry, we'll get back to you in a minute. So I don't leave you with half knowledge. You know, the complete knowledge is that you know, fame, power, affluence in themselves are not bad things, you know, but you have to have the digestive power to digest these. If you don't, I mean, you're in for a whole lot of trouble. And the digestive power comes from your spiritual might, not from your material might. From your spiritual might, that you can... Because unless you understand what is your well-being, then as long as you think I'm a material product and therefore a position of matter, that's an automatic thinking. Whether you want to think like that or not, you do think like that. If you think yourself a material product, you think my ultimate well-being lies in a position of matter, and you put that above everything else. And therefore, you know, when you're offered power, name, fame, affluence, you lose it. You just go intoxicated. You lose your brain. Whereas if you have actually ability to, like last time we spoke about restraining one's senses, you know, and one's well-being future in the life, it's all well documented. You're much better off like that than you know, trying to digest food that you don't have the power to digest. Yeah, he was.
I was just gonna say, it's like the guy with the gold coins in the belly button.
Yeah.
These celebrities, you know, they'll give their whole life up to attain like that fame.
Yeah, I don't want to again, you know, go to the other extreme and say that everyone's like that, but
No, them
it
specifically.
seems like most, you know.
They go so far to attain that fame and that wealth, and then they get it. Some of them that get it, they realize they're not happy, so then
Yeah.
they, you know, take a bunch of sleeping pills and kill themselves.
Okay, can you pause this? I want to say something, but yes.
What I want to mention is the humbleness. No one's taught being humble.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's where the power comes from.
Yeah.
That's where the inner strength and the beauty come from. A humble man, a humble person could do anything and everything. They could be the most wealthy, famous person in the world, but they're humble.
Yeah.
So that's where the stars, they are not humble, and they have to come back to that.
Yeah, many ancient culture taught us. Personally, I was on parikrama. Parikrama is how you translate it, like a pilgrimage. I was on a pilgrimage, and you walk barefoot for days, you know, walking from one holy site to another, you know. And there were like several thousand of us, you know. And one of them, he was just dressed in rags, you know. And then the other fellow spiritual practitioner that I know of, that I'm friends with, he came and he tapped him on the shoulder and asked him how he was, and then he walked away. And then he revealed to me he was Birla. I don't know if you know who Birla is. Birla is, this is the family. This is one of the most wealthiest people in the world. Birla family. Tata, yeah, Tata Sumo. Those of you who are from India may know. You know, the guy just knows how to live life. You know, humility. And in the West, we're taught that humility is a weakness. Well, you know, there are always short-term goals and long-term goals. You know, short-term goals are very attractive, very seductive, but they pull you into the world of pain. Seems like everyone knows this. I mean, movies, books, documentaries, they all try to portray this principle, yet somehow we don't get it. The short-term goals are always so seductive, you know, seductive.
Seems like sheep are easily deluded.
Yeah.
As you said the week before.
Yeah. All right, we don't want to belabor it here, but a couple of